In order to demonstrate how to address the multi-tenancy technical challenge, we have constructed a fictitious multi-tenant banking application. This banking application provides different virtual portals for different banks on a single instance of Websphere portal server. Each virtual portal is configured with its own look and feel elements to provide unique branding for each bank, which is a critical requirement of a multi-tenant application. Each virtual portal supports isolation of user populations for each tenant bank through a multi-tenant LDAP tree structure in a single instance of Tivoli directory server. This demo is organized by three major roles: that of the provider, which is the organization that actually provides the banking services; that of the subscriber, which is the bank that subscribes to the banking services; and the end user. End users can be divided into categories: the actual users that are bank employees and those that are individual customers of the bank. In this demo, we will show how each tenant bank supports a set of banking scenarios targeted towards common banking roles as illustrated in this chart. As we mentioned before, the provider is the organization that is actually providing the banking services. Let's go to the Provider Administrator page and see some of the functions that the Provider Administrator can perform. As we see here, the Provider Administrator can onboard banks, manage bank administrators, and view events such as metering events that could be used for further administrative functions. Let's go ahead and look at some of the functions for the Subscriber Administrator. We will first log in to Bank 1 as a Bank 1 administrator. Here on the Administrators page, we see some of the things that the administrator can do. The administrator can manage bank customers, their accounts, the interest rates, and some of the teller operations. The third role in our banking application is that of the end user. Let us view what functions an individual customer can perform. Customers can look at their loan requests, they can look at their account balances, and they can view the transactions against a certain account. Now let's go to Bank 2's portal. We notice the individual branding for Bank 2 is very different from Bank 1. In this demo, we will describe how a SaaS service provider can meter and bill usage of multi-tenant web services, databases, and portals by users belonging to multiple tenants who share a single instance of the application server, database, and LDAP server. Many SaaS service providers currently bill their tenants on the basis of the number of users for each tenant. Such a billing model does not reflect how heavily each tenant is using the resources shared between multiple tenants, and as a result, tenants using fewer resources may get charged unfairly. However, a usage-based metering and billing solution will allow service providers to offer lower rates of usage to tenants who do not use a service heavily. This pattern is illustrated through a multi-tenant banking application built using IBM middleware. This application is accessed by users from different tenant banks, such as First Bank and Second Bank. Users from each bank may belong to different roles, such as customers and employees. This application also uses third-party services for credit score and address verification. The service provider would like to meter usage of various types of resources in a shared application server and database used by different tenants. Examples of such resources include shared web services, virtual portals, shared database tables, and shared LDAP user registries. These resources are configured to log usage information for each user and each tenant into a database.